Hello there everyone, and welcome to your weekly MTA plan work video for the Queens Subways and Long Island Railroad for the weekend, the first full weekend of September, Friday, September 6, 2019, and lasting until Monday, September 9th, 2019. So, 9/9/19, huh? That's going to be a mouthful, or later on in the month when it will say 9/19/19 if you want to date it that way. But let's stay on topic. A lot to get into. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you all a special presentation on the A and the C line because it's just too much to put in a PowerPoint. And of course, the much anticipated Nassau 1 switch replacement work along the Long Island Railroad main line. I quickly want to mention from Matt Camper. He brought this up to me. This is, of course, his outlet, Camper News Network. He verified it. The MTA had a press release back on Wednesday the 4th. However, I will not be referring to that. Instead, what I am going to be doing is looking at it through the service changes website. And if they're not specific on it, I will just have to show you the PDF because that's just easier to read that way in that regard. But yes, let's just get to the subways and then I'll get to the online presentation at the end of this video. First up, the Purple Friend. Well, good news is no planned work on the 7. We have the Mets at home this weekend playing the Philadelphia Phillies. And of course, we have the end of the US Open taking place this weekend. Let's get to the N train. Only one minor inconvenience that's going to affect people in Manhattan. I know Brooklyn I'm not going to get into, so again, if you want Brooklyn, please just go to Matt Camper's YouTube channel, Camper News Network. I'll card that video if you want to see that for Brooklyn. He's more specific on that front, but let's get into it. September 6th through the 9th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Downtown N trains will skip 49th Street because of electrical improvements. For service to this station, take the N to Times Square 42nd Street and transfer for an Uptown N, Q, or R train. For service from this station, take the N, Q, or R to 57th Street, 7th Avenue and transfer to a Downtown N. Once again, we're going to have work that will end W service early on Friday, September 6th, beginning at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. Because of track maintenance, W service will end early. Take the N or the R, and a quick reminder that W trains do not run on weekends. Regular W service will resume on Monday, September 9th. L train. So I will leave this up so every week you can at least see this. I'm not going to go into specifics. Oh, my bad. I wanted to quickly mention that you also have the M work. So, quickly want to bring that up. I know I'm just going to quickly go through it every week, but I just like to show you all it just for, purpose. But it's just important that I bring up the L very quickly. So here's the L if you want to screenshot it. So if you want to do that, do that. Same with the M. Screenshot it. You're more than welcome to. Because it just gets repetitive every week and I have to read it. But to be fair to the audience, if you want specific dates, every week, you're more than welcome to screenshot everything. You can always rewind, always pause. Because I know on phones with the YouTube app, you can't do that. Screenshot a video in that regard. So, you're more than welcome to do it. Just saying. But I'm not going to read it because then it's just a waste of my voice. Now let's get to the R train. September 6th to the 8th. 9:45 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. Friday, and 6 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. Saturday to Monday. Manhattan-bound R trains will skip Northern Boulevard, 65th Street, 46th Street, Steinway Street, and 36th Street because of track maintenance. For service to these stations, take the R to Queens Plaza and transfer to a Forest Hills 71st Avenue bound train. For service from these stations, take the R to Roosevelt Avenue and transfer to a Manhattan-bound R train. December 6th to the 8th, 9:45 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. Friday, and 6 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Same with the N. The R will also downtown skip 49th Street because of the electrical improvements. For service to this station, take the R to Times Square, 42nd Street, and transfer to an Uptown N or R. And for service from this station, take the N of the R to 57th Street and transfer to a downtown R train. Alright, so quickly want to mention that you do have your options. On the E, September 6th through the 9th, 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. Friday to Monday. Manhattan-bound E's will skip 65th Street, Northern Boulevard, 46th Street, Steinway Street, and 36th Street because of track maintenance. For service to these stations, take the E to Queens Plaza and transfer to a Jamaica Center-bound E local. For service from these stations, take the E to Roosevelt Avenue and transfer to a World Trade Center-bound E. September 7th through the 9th, 12:01 a.m. Saturday to 5 a.m. on Monday. E trains will run local in both directions between Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue, and Forest Hills, 71st Avenue because of signal modernization. September 6th to the 9th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. on Monday. Downtown E trains will skip 23rd and Spring Street because of track maintenance. For service to these stations, take the E to 14th or Canal Street and transfer to an Uptown A local, C, or E. For service from these stations, take the A, C, or E to West 4th Street, Washington Square Park, or 34th Street, Penn Station, and transfer to a downtown A local, C, or E. On the F, quickly want to mention, if you are trying to go westbound from Jamaica 179th Street and trying to get to 169th Street and Hillside Avenue, the good news is there is no work there. But we do have to get into a big, complicated situation on the F. September 6th to the 9th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Coney Island bound trains will be rerouted via the E after 36th Street in Queens to 4750th Street, Rockefeller Plaza because of track maintenance. For service to bypassed F stations, take the F to 4750th Street, Rockefeller Plaza, and transfer to a Jamaica 179th Street bound F. From 21st Street, Queensbridge, and Roosevelt Island, take the F to Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue, and transfer to a Coney Island bound F. From Lexington Avenue and 63rd Street, take the M or the Q to 34th Street, Herald Square, and transfer to a Coney Island, Dibble Avenue bound F. From 57th Street, take the M or use nearby 57th Street, 7th Avenue, N, Q, R station for downtown service to 34th Street, Herald Square, for Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue bound F service to complete your trip. Let's get to the J. There's some bad news on the J. September 7th through the 8th, 3:30 a.m. Saturday, 10 p.m. Sunday. Buses and the E will be replacing J trains between Broadway Junction and Jamaica Center because of track replacement. J service will run between Broad Street in Manhattan and Broadway Junction in Brooklyn. Free shuttle buses will make all J stops between Broadway Junction and Jamaica 121st Street and will connect with the E at Jamaica Van Wyck. Transfer between trains and free shuttle buses at Jamaica Van Wyck E and or Broadway Junction J. For JFK Air Train, you can use the Howard Beach JFK A station via transfer at Broadway Junction. So if you still need to get to JFK Airport, you're not completely out of luck. You could just go to Broadway Junction. Also, I'll quickly want to mention that if you want to risk it, you can use the Long Island Railroad at East New York, use the Atlantic Ticket program, and it's only one stop east of Jamaica to link up with the air train. So, if you want a faster option, save a couple minutes, you can use the East New York station to get to Jamaica and connect with the air train. Good news is no work on the G. That is excellent. Now on to our online presentation segment. Let's check the MTA alerts for the A and the C on the Weekender website, and of course get to the Long Island Railroad service changes. Welcome to the online presentation segment. So we're going to talk about the A and the C because again, PowerPoint just can't seem to get a grip when it comes to everything going around there. But if there's lighter work, you know I'll add it in the PowerPoint. That's priority number one. In fact, let's make the whole thing bigger so you all can at least see everything. There we go. So I want to quickly mention what happened here. Oh, here's an epic fail. The Long Island Railroad part, it says new timetables, but this is the Nassau One Switch interlocking work. And I want to quickly mention something. I need to be specific with you all because this is something the railroad really screwed up on, it seems. And I'll quickly bring it up with camper news because this is just something the MTA can't seem to get their act together when it comes to what's going on here. What is going on? I can't find it. I'm trying to find press releases. There we go. This is just too funny. And again, this is what I can't understand here. I'll show you this. Let's see, is this correct? I thought I saw something about October. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because I did see something for October, but apparently that was a goner. Let me see something here. That way I'm not going crazy before we get to it. All right, let's just move on to the A and the C, and we'll get to the railroad in just a second. So, right now, here's what we know for this weekend. Track maintenance, September 6th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to Monday, 5 a.m. Downtown A's will stop at 163rd Street and 155th Street in Manhattan. All right, just like the A. The A is going to also be affected by this track maintenance work. Let's see if the C is also affected. Wow. Look at that. So just like the E, whole 8th Avenue line is going to be impacted. Just going to quickly mention that. So if you want to get around it, please refer back to the E-train slide because that's just simpler to go with. Oh, this is going to be interesting. More track maintenance. September 6th through the 9th. Friday 11 p.m. to Monday 5 a.m. September 6th through the 9th. Uptown A trains will skip 135th Street, 155th Street, and 163rd Street in Manhattan. Alright, good to note that. Alright, so I won't get into specifics because, again, it's just, it's just not necessary when we really do have to talk about an urgent situation on the Long Island Railroad. Okay. More track maintenance. C service between 145th Street and 168th Street, Saturday and Sunday, September 7th through the 8th, is replaced by the A. Alright. And look at this. because of track maintenance, C trains will run every 12 minutes. And because of track maintenance, Sunday only, September 8th, 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., Uptown C trains will skip 135th Street in Manhattan. Alright, again, good to note that. Now, let's get into what's going on here because I'm just confused. Originally, it was supposed to go all the way up till the first weekend of October, but it seems they're messing with our heads. So this is going to be all on Saturdays. At least they're not suspending service on the weekend of the Mineola Street Festival. That Sunday, you have to run service to Mineola. I'm sorry. But how are people going to get to Jericho Turnpike if there's no service, especially if the N22 and the N24 is probably going to be detoured? Alright, so let's just get into specifics. You know what? Let's not get into specifics. I don't think that's a good idea because then I'll have to follow Matt's advice and just read from the PDF. So, anybody remember the dummy books? The ones you see at Barnes & Noble? I think this is a good summary of it right here. That's good. That's a good analogy to bring up on. So, let's read this. Due to switch replacement work west of Merlon Avenue, train service will be affected as follows. So this will be 3 straight Saturdays. Right, just 3 Saturdays. Not in a row, because think about it, the streak will end on the 21st. You know what's going to be crazy? I wonder how this will work on Sunday. Let me check the Oyster Bay branch, because that's going to be a problem. Because Williston Park is supposed to have their street fair on the 15th. That is going to be an issue. Let's see. Can we get the schedules and find that information out? Because I'm literally going along with this with you guys so you all can at least get an idea of what to expect. Let's check the Bay branch. So let's just get to this. Saturdays, September 7th, 14th, and 28th. No service between New Hyde Park and Hicksville. Please refer to the note panel on the inside of the timetable for more information. Sundays, Huntington service is reduced to hourly and Port Jefferson service is reduced to once every 2 hours. Now, I'm thinking, let's take a look and see if we can find the Ronkonkoma branch in just a second, because I want to read that, actually. Here we go. That's what I want. Okay, then. I'm trying to find the information for the M4041, but I can't get that right now at the moment. Let me just take a look at the press release for the heck of it. Let's see, Hempstead branch. I said, why aren't they mentioning anything about the M4041 cross honoring? Because I'm left wondering what's going on here. Nothing is being specific. I want to mention that, yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to see here. I said, I can't get you anything specific because it seems that the railroad can't get its act together, and you don't even mention the M4041 being cross-honored. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Let me take a look at the planned work article again. I am annoyed that they're not mentioning it here. Where is it? That's what I'm left wondering. See? They don't even mention anything about the M4041 cross-honoring. Nothing. I'm literally scrolling through it. Mineola is only going to be served by trains operating to and from And again, I'm left wondering more questions than answers. If they're cross-honoring on the M4041, why can't they just cross-honor on the N24? I'm going to be reasonable about it. 24, because that's the one that goes to Floral Park. I'm sorry, but they should be cross-honoring on the N24. There's no excuses. And then at least people can get to the subway in Floral Park. Between New Hyde Park. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely New Hyde Park. Because I'm just left wondering here. See what I mean? Busing will be available. But they don't mention the busing is going to be done by NICE. It's not going to be coach buses. Alright, so again, service adjusted on the main line. Other branches will have regular weekend service with adjusted connections. So, at least Sundays won't be that bad, I guess. So, let's just take a look at the Oyster Bay schedule very quickly, because I know for the public's interest, you may be wondering, well, let's take a look and see the service. Oh, look at this. It's going to be every 2 hours. I'm sorry, but they don't have enough diesel equipment to get people from East Williston? That's just ridiculous. Yep, here's the specifics. Westbound customers will have to transfer to NICE bus M40 and 41 at Mineola for service to Hempstead, and then take half-hourly westbound trains from Hempstead to westbound locations. I'm just at a loss that they're making people go into a dangerous area. Folks, I'm warning you right now, please just avoid Hempstead. I know earlier I was only saying East New York, but that's because local residents are local residents. That's a whole different story, but Hempstead, that's unfair to the people of the middle of the island. I do agree with what Pine Power LI said earlier this week, you know? It's just not right. I'm left, again, this gives me more questions than answers that the Long Island Railroad once again fails to understand that there's a bus route, again, there's a bus route that goes between New Hyde Park and Hicksville. Alright, the 24 goes all the way to Hicksville on weekends. All buses do. They don't stop at Roosevelt Field and terminate there. So, it's idiocracy. That's the right word to use. Why don't they just tell people that, oh, we're just going to cross honor on the N24? So please, again, do not read this press release. Once again, they do not mention anything about cross-honoring on the M4041. I'm at a loss of words. How does this happen? And they're only cross-honoring people to Hempstead. I don't know why they just can't cross-honor people all the way to Freeport at least. That's another thing I can't understand. Oh, here's what it says. Here's what it says. It says it right here. But they're not specific about this. It just says it right here at the end of the press release. Let's see if it says it on the Oyster Bay branch. Whoa, okay. Here it is. So, I'm urging you right now, if you're at Mineola, I know it's going to sound stupid to say this, and if they're not going to take you to Garden City, just pay the $275. I know it sounds crazy, but if they're telling you, sorry, you have to go all the way to Hempstead, and first of all, not only Hempstead is dangerous, you're going out of the way. That's completely idiotic. At least if you get off on Franklin Avenue, you can at least walk. In fact, hang on. Let's pull a map of Franklin Avenue, just to prove a point. Yeah, in Garden City. There we go. So, here is Garden City. Just to give you an example. Oh! Here's a simpler answer, folks. Go to Country Life Press. That's another thing I could recommend. Right. I mean, you could go there. That is a simpler option. Okay, here's what I recommend doing. If you take the M4041 this weekend, go to 7th Street. And then what I would recommend doing is go to 7th Street, and I'll try to see. Can I get a view of it? Take a look. That doesn't help me. Yeah, here we go. Excellent. So if you get off on 7th Street, there's the train station right here. You can go to Garden City. Once again, it's a much safer and a nicer town. And again, my attorney's office is in Garden City. So I would even recommend it. Then dealing with going... Let me show you something, folks. This is what they're telling you to do. Go to the awful area known as Hempstead. Well, if you're in Mineola and you can take the M4041 around Franklin Avenue, this is what I would just recommend doing. So please be mindful of that option, because I don't want people getting confused saying, oh, we have to go here, we have to go there. And by the way, I do want to do a summit in Garden City. It's just that, how am I going to make that happen? Yeah, that's a good question. I could make that happen. Alright, so enough rambling. I think I'm going to wrap up this video. So, thank you all very much for watching the weekly plan work video. And until the next one, please take care.